Now we move on to our 12th session of online Adal FPP organized by Department of Computer Science, Majlis Arts and Science College, Autonomous. It is my immense pleasure to invite our beloved principal, Dr. Mohammad Kuti KK, for the welcome address. Sir, please.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. This is the 12th session of the 4th day, 6th day, Adult FTP organized by the Department of Computer Science of Majlis Arts and Science College on empowering educators through AI. Good afternoon to you all. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm and heartful welcome to all of you to the 12th session of our program. The topic of this session is robot-assisted learning. The topic is very important, relevant in the modern educational scenario. Recently, robot-assisted learning has emerged as a powerful instructional innovation that is transforming education methodologies across the world. And further, today we are greatly honored and
Sir, your mic is muted.
okay. Can you hear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's okay.
Mr. Pandakan is an accomplished research scientist in artificial intelligence and currently serves as an associate professor at the University of Dubai, as well as a research supervisor at the most prestigious Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center Laboratory, Dubai. His areas of expertise span some of the most advanced and impactful domains of modern technology, including image processing, computer vision, machine learning, medical imaging, and remote sensing. With more than 100 international publications, contributions to high impact journals and conferences, and a noteworthy academic publication titled Robust and Fragile Watermarking Techniques, Mr. Alvikunju Pandakan has established himself as a remarkable global contributor to scientific advancement. He also serves in program committees of several reputed international conferences and is a proud member of leading professional bodies such as IEEE, MIE, IAENG, IACSIT, and IRED. Sir, your presence here today holds tremendous value for all of us. As we move into an era where artificial intelligence, robotics, and automation are transforming the very fabric of education, industry, and society, your insights and expertise will definitely inspire our participants to think beyond the conventional and embrace innovation. We are confident that today's session on robotic assisted learning will enlighten us with new perspectives, futuristic ideas, and practical applications of AI and robotics in modern teaching and learning environments. On behalf of the Majlis Arts and Science College, Department of Computer Science, and Organizing Committee, and everyone gathered here with utmost respect and honor, I extend you a very warm welcome you, sir. Sir, you are welcomed. I also welcome our esteemed participants who constitutes professors, faculty members, and teachers from different institutions, that too from different parts of our country. With respect and honor, I welcome you, all my beloved participants, to this session. Further, in this session, we have Mr. Abhilash, Assistant Professor, Media and Communications, as rapporteur, Mr. Srijit, Assistant Professor of Media, and uh, Mr. Mohammad Jabir PK, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, for providing technical support to this session. I welcome all you, sir, to this session. Once again, I welcome you all, and we look forward an enriching and engaging session ahead. Good afternoon. Thank you. I invite Mr. Abhilash sir as the reporter for to chair this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very happy to be here. I think I'm audible, right, Tiramis?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you, thank you. I'm very happy to be here as part of the FTP, the AICTE adult-sponsored 6-day online FTP on empowering teachers with the next-gen computing, artificial intelligence, supercomputing, data science, etc., which is organized in Majelis Arts and Science College, Autonomous Puramanur. As a faculty member here in this prestige institution, it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome our resource person of the day, Dr. Alavi sir, Associate Professor from Dubai University. He is such an eminent person in the field of technologically flipped classrooms. As our principal had already introduced the resource person in detail, I'm not again doing that. Especially all of our participants will be eagerly waiting for the session. Since let me conclude my introductory speech and let hand over the chair to our honorable guest, Dr. Alavi sir. Please.
Hi, very good afternoon. I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, and for you, good afternoon. Actually, for me, still good morning. And I'm on a conference now in Vienna, and that's why I'm just in the temperature is here 2 degree only, and I have to vacate from here. And so I'm in the hotel lobby. So maybe there will be surrounding a lot of noise. Maybe you feel it. Maybe surely it will be different language. Okay, so I'll try to minimize it. I think without any time delay, I will start it because after that, these workshops, I have to catch another train to Budapest. Uh, so let me share my screen. Okay. And hopefully, if my screen is visible, anyone can just
Yes,
say a
sir. Yes.
message. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Okay, thank you once again for inviting for these FTP programs as part of Majlis. It's always my pleasure for working for Majlis, and even last year during my vacation, I visited a Majlis, especially the met physically, personally met Principal Mohammad Kudisar and also all other committee members and and also, once I think your executive committee people visited Dubai, and I given an opportunity to take them to various in leading universities here. So, without any time delay, let me start. What's the today's talk? And as it's in the introductions mentioned, and robot assisted learning, and this is. I'll start with a quick introduction about me and why it's not moving. So it's already in the introductions mentioned about me, what I'm doing. And so let me talk about my university first. And I always welcome everyone for a collaborative works. If those who are attending this FTP, they're really interested for any international collaborations in research. So I'll always welcome for university to the University of Dubai because our university always open for international collaborations. There are a lot of specialty for our university, even though it's very small because we are only three region and we have a College of Engineering, College of Business, and a College of Law. In the case of College of, I'm a faculty in College of Engineering, and we have only Computer and Electronics Engineering. and with the masters in data science and cyber and also in cybersecurity. The specialty about our universities, and we are the second university in the world with the LEED certified campus. That means what is mean by LEED? We are nowadays we all move talking about sustainability, sustainable energy. So we are fully on solar. Our campus is 100% on solar. So our net electricity consumption is zero. And if you would like to know more about our universities, you can visit our website ud.ac.ai in future. In addition to University of as a faculty associate professor at University of Dubai, I'm also working as an AI scientist at Mohammed bin Rashid Space Research Center, which is short for MBRC. And there only most of my work related to my research and my core area of expertise related to artificial intelligence. So, which is something similar to ISR, or mini version of ISR of an India or the NASA of USA. So we know that the planets around the planet, we have one natural satellites, which is moon. And in addition, there are a lot of artificial satellites launched by various countries. Around 45,000 satellites are there around the Earth. Because of these satellites only, we are able to use like GPS, even satellites-based internet, many even for tracking of aeroplanes and many other applications there, you see. So what is my role in our, in Space Center? The images captured by these satellites, normally very huge in size. And these images, from these images, we are trying to find out the facts and figures with the help of various cutting edge technology, especially artificial intelligence. And in artificial intelligence itself, we are more working with the deep learning and machine learning approach. These are the few slides, like a summary about what's our Space Center activities we do. And in Dubai, they recently launched almost 20 years only in the space industry in Dubai. And you can see the first satellites launched in 2009. And this is called Dubai Sat 1. And then there is a Dubai Sat 2 in 2013. Recently, and later 2018 Khalifa Sat. And finally, there is a MBZ Sat. So these satellites will be scanning this is and the Earth, and especially the region of Middle East, and more focused to Dubai region. Whenever the satellites passing this region of UAE will capture these images, and through the base station will get the raw data, which is basically an image after these auto corrections and calibrations. Normally, these images will having a bigger in size, around 10 to 12 GB per image will be there. So if we want to do any processing with these images, the normal computer is not enough. We need a supercomputer with a high-end graphics card, GPU, and other. So we have a dedicated research lab. And if anyone interested, or if once you graduated, if you're interested looking for any research position, sometimes vacancy will be available in our university website. That will be also recommended. I'll try to reduce it, yeah, because I'm giving a talk. Okay. Sorry. Okay, fine. Okay. So surrounding people are asking me to reduce my voice. Okay. So you can see here this image. This figures is okay. Always we human beings will always says that we have a positive quality once upon a time as compared to machine. We always says that I can learn, or we can learn everything from our experience. That is right. Because that's why whenever you're going to any doctor, we are looking the experience of the doctor. If the faculty with the 20 years experience will be rich knowledge. But if you are asking this question 20 years before to the machines can only work as per pre-programmed way. It's not like human beings, they don't have a calibrate the learning capacity. But nowadays, the machine can also learn from the past data with the help of machine learning. So the machine is also equivalent to the human beings, but much more power than the human beings, because of the high-end computing devices, high-end GPU, and you can train the machine for the last 10 to, depending how long the data is available. For example, we have a data of a doctor for the last 40 years, and a machine can train in 1 or 2 days, which is equivalent to a doctor's gained a real physical 20 or 40 years experience. So this is the core idea we are using in the modern era, the artificial intelligence. Even this technology we used in the robotics also. And before I'm continuing further about the robotics assisted learning, we should understand about a little bit about industry revolutions. The first industry revolution is started here in 1984, the invention of the steam engine. This more from the London, UK. That was so the traditional manpower, human labor power is reduced with the help of steam engine. Later, the second industry revolution, it started the electrification of the steam engine into electrification, the electricity invention of electricity. But the third industry revolution, which has made global changes and is connected the entire globe, which is the invention of internet. So once the internet is invented, most of the traditional activities shifted to the internet platform. Nowadays, you can see even in Majlis College, any organization, there will be most of the activity will be online based on. Even the inquiries, admission, keeping the attendance, maybe now we are in the fourth industry revolution. So we all lucky that we are using a pool of technology in the fourth instead of using just an internet. Like we have an high-speed internet, we have an artificial intelligence, we have a 3D printing, we have a big data, we have an IoT. It's a pool of technologies we are using in the fourth industry revolution. Why the artificial intelligence is booming current years? This is based on the third industry revolution. We know that in the third industry revolution, I mentioned the invention of internet. I'm sure that you all know internet is invented by the US Department of Defense. It's called ARPANET, the first internet. They used for their military communication purpose. Nowadays, the internet has become public to even available to the public around 2000 or 1990. It's even available in India. Nowadays, we have very high-speed internet. We know that initially the internet, the mobile technology starting with internet started with the 3G, then 4G, 5G. Now we are in the stage. I think in India, we are in the 5G, but in Dubai and other, we are just still testing 5.5 and 6G. The 6G is going to be like, once really implemented, the 6G is going to be 100 times faster than the 5G. Because of this high-speed internet, availability of high-end computing devices like GPU and the fourth industry revolution made a lot of applications real life. You can see the drones and virtual reality and Internet of Things, 3D printing and Li-Fi and the robots. Robots used for different applications. Even our university, we use robots for even learning applications. Okay, I can show you one of the examples of how the robots can be used in the learning process. And also in the previous in the FTP is mentioned that new generation people are addicted to the gadgets. They are using internet almost. I was listening the talk. It's mentioned average they're using around 10 hours screen time. We know that in this world we have around 8.5 billion people are there. Out of this 8.5 billion people, 5.5 billion people are using internet. That means 2/3 of the people are using internet. If you're considering the global statistics, globally, around 67% of the people are using internet. But when I am refers to the UAE where I'm working for the last 20 years, almost 99% of the people are using the internet in UAE. So it's mandatory. Even olden days in our universities, we have only physical education. Even Ministry of Education supporting only for the physical education will have value. If somebody is doing an online education, there is no value for it. But now the system is changed. Even the Ministry of Education also supporting hybrid mode of learning. So hybrid mode, some portions will be physically, some portions will be online, but with the conditions that exams should be physically in the campus. And also in the case of this, in the new era of technology, artificial intelligence and fourth industry revolutions, the physical universe, people are also making a digital universe, which is exact replica of the real world. You can see a digit as shown in my diagram. So at the moment, when you are counting the populations of the country, we'll say that the Indian population is almost 1.5 or 1.45 billion. This is the physical human beings. In future, maybe the metaverse concepts will be coming. Like for every human being, there will be avatars will be there. Instead of the students are physically coming to the class, maybe in Majlis, maybe I'll be physically coming 2 days into the college. Other 3 days, maybe I'll attending the class through avatar. It's going to be in reality soon. According to Bill Gates, it's mentioned that currently even what type of FTP I'm giving, it's a 2D model. It's many people say it's really boring type of this type of online meeting. But this 2D of type of meetings will be soon, it will be changing to three-dimensional, which is equivalent to like metaverse-based physical meeting. So you will feeling that you are physically sitting next to each other and you can have a group discussion. But it may take some more time to make its reality. And as I mentioned, and since I'm working at the University of Dubai, and Dubai, maybe many people know Dubai, the visionary leaders, they always want to be the number one. They're ready to adopt all the cutting edge technologies, especially I'm talking about the recent one, artificial intelligence and robotics. So the visionary leader or the prime minister of this country mentioned that he realized that AI is the generating new revenue and opportunity for this country. And they realize that AI is the next major revolution, so we can't be isolated. So AI need to be integrated part of their all the activities. And also they want to be a global leader in artificial intelligence. That means the Dubai want to be. And also they want to increase or just produce their GDP by 14% of GDP should be by 2030 through the activity through the artificial intelligence. And you can see this diagram. The artificial intelligence they plan to implement in almost all the sector. Today, I'm focusing to the education sector only. And here you can see that the transport, traffic, environmental, education, technology, water, space. This is the area I'm working. One is a space sector, other one is talking education. So our university and even school level, they're teaching what's the need of an artificial intelligence, how we can integrate artificial intelligence in our teaching skill, how it will enhance the productivity of the faculty, and how the students can understand things in better way. So this is the overall objective of today's my talk. And so let us just start with the introduction to robot-assisted learning. So we know that what is meant by robot-assisted learning? It's basically involving robot as a tool to enhance teaching and the learning experience. So we all know that what is the traditional way of teaching. We'll go to the classrooms, physically, the students will attend the lectures and whatever the materials they write down. And this tradition will be replacing with a robot-based one. So robot we can consider as a tool to enhance the teaching and the learning experience. What is the benefit of we are doing this first? It will be engaging students with the more interactive learning. If the robots will be there for assisting after a physical class, if they can interact more with the robots, they will feel that they will more comfort zone. So students' engagement will be more with if you are introducing the robot-based learning. And also instead of giving the like a general theory, I remember when we studied in the college or even school, we all studied in Newton's third law. For every action, there is equivalent and opposite reaction. This is the way we study for everyone. But when we want to explain, if you are giving an instruction to the robot, explain Newton's third law for a student in grade 1, that will be in a different way. They will explain, it will explain the same concept for a student in grade 10, maybe somebody in the university level. So it will be personalized and adaptive education we can just do with the help of robots. And also, if you are just trying to implement this robot-based learning, it will try to minimize the bridge the theoretical concepts into the practical application. This is one of the major challenge we noted that once a student is graduating with the traditional system of what we following in our country, in India, so there is a lot of gap because our syllabus most of the time it's not up to date, outdated because it will be a lot of technical things. So once the students are learning the basic concepts, when the industry is moving very fast, so there is a gap. So this robot-based learning may help them to learn more additional things. So this will be the another one points. Maybe I can just play a small video. I'm not sure the audio is visible or whether you can hear the audio. Yeah, I think it's okay. This is the sum of the students visit. This is the robot learning. If example, these are the sum of the students from India visited my university. So if assuming that we all busy, the robot will guide these students to each different lab. This is the one of our space center lab, and they are the researchers in our team. And even this is the robot will tell you what this lab is doing, what are the activities, what time is our college is working. So we integrated these all technologies in our university. Even if your faculty or the students would like to visit a university in future, always welcome. You can connect with me later through the LinkedIn. So we are always using on the smart boards and all the cutting edge technologies, and also the classrooms will be customized. The And also, whenever you're talking about the modern way of teaching for in our university, will have depending the size of the class, the type of the course we have, the environment will be different, and also they're all using all the cutting edge technologies. And when you're talking about the history of the robot assisted learning, the earlier days. They used mainly for the programming and engineering applications. The robot-based learning they used only for the programming and engineering applications only.
बंद केम नको करू?
Later, for the last 5 years, artificial intelligence and machine learning play a vital role in every sector. So, with the help of this AI and ML, they introduce with the robotics integrating with the AI and ML, they introduce the adaptive learning and also emotion interactions. Somebody because the robots will have a camera, they will be talking to the students, and they can get the feelings, emotions, and they will give the to the feedback to the based on their wavelength. And the AI provided the robotics also used for in additional to teaching to other programming and engineering subjects nowadays used for all, especially nowadays you can see for the science-oriented STEM subjects and also for language, social skills, even communication skills. Even nowadays, a lot of AI-based robotic apps are available to improve your communication skill, AI power. This is all possible nowadays. And also, when you're talking about robotics used in education, I can broadly divide it into four type of robotics in used in education sector. One is something like humanoid robot, which is something looking similar to the human beings, and other one is telepresence robots. I'm going to explain each one it's in detail. Third one is assistive, supporting somebody having that some disabilities. It will be. And the lastly one, it's talking about the programming robots, which will be helping the students to improve the programming skill. You can see the diagram, and this is called a humanoid robots. It's maybe having wheel and it having sensor. The similar one is in our university. So the moment when you are just anyone is entering to the university, it will welcome, then will ask the questions based on the interaction. The robot will move to the right place and it will guide you. Where is the example? You're visiting my university and you're asking where is the Dr. Alavi. The robot will guide you. If no, our security or reception people are busy, then robot will guide you all the information. Basically, it's designed to mimic a human appearance and behavior, and it can be applicable to in all sector. Mostly, you can see in the customer service of most of the organization, hospital, college. Even I'm not sure in Majlis, if not there, I will highly recommend you should have one, the humanoid robot at the reception area. It will give general answer to all the queries. And also we can introduce it in the educational sector, especially for enhancing the quality of education with the adaptive learning and customized learning also. The humanoid robots will be like, as I mentioned, it's always like it's behaving like any human, and the robot can be act as a teaching assistant, tutor, even it can be personalized learning. Try to understand or keep in your mind as a faculty, the robot is not going to replace the faculties. Faculty is still needed, but the problem that once you given a basic lecturing, the some students having some clarifications needed, or they just want to understand in a different the perspective. At the moment, in our university, we'll have a TA, teaching assistant, for grading and supportive for the labs. Same task we can just give to the robots in the future. So the TA, teaching assistant job, will be replaced with the humanoid robots. Other one is talking about the telepresence robots. This is mainly for allowing especially teachers to virtually conduct the lectures. Maybe today I'm off. Actually, I'm now in Vienna. I have a lectures today. If I want to give a lectures to my students, I can use telepresence robots. So this will be the one of the options people use for remote learning. And it's used successfully during the pandemic time, especially the COVID times. They successfully implemented this telepresence robots. And nowadays, many universities are providing the online courses or a hybrid mode of courses. In that scenario, I will recommend to the college can use this telepresence robots. And this can have different features, like as these are some of the pictures. There are different variety of telepresence robots are available. Some of them, mostly it will have it since it's need to be interactive with the human beings. There will be camera, there should be microphone, and there will be display screen will be there. And as I mentioned, mainly it is used for distance learning and virtual classrooms and these applications. Another one is talking about assistive robots. Assistive robots is mainly supporting the people with the disabilities or the slow learning skill. So it will be help them with their mobility, communication, and learning skills. Especially people with different like autism and other type of students it will support a lot. And I think nowadays it's a new trend almost in the school level. All the schools will have a robotic labs, robotic cases. So it will be programmable robots will be used in most of the schools. Even here in UAE, the Ministry of Education took an initiative to introduce the robotics labs and IoT labs in the grade 2 or grade 4 level. So students, it's indirectly teaching or giving a hands-on experience to students to learn the programming skills. And at the early stage, maybe they will work with the Scratch, no coding concepts. Later, once they grow, they may use the programming language like Python or C. Nowadays, this trend is people are moving with the Python. The programming robot is used to teach coding, robotics, and all engineering purpose. And they can build a hands-on kit. And the benefit of this type of like if you are using programming kit, even I will recommend to the students each student should have one personal robotic kit. It's low expenses, so they can do a lot of experiment. If the students are learning some of few limited experiment, the lab time will be limited, and they can just make a lot of creative tasks if they are using the programming robot. And also it will help applications will be used for teaching coding and programming logics. As I mentioned, these applications of robot-assisted learning, it will be number of applications. Some of the applications I mentioned here, personalized learning, they used. And also in the case of STEM educations. And other case for the special education for the people of determination and also language is one of the major issues. So I noted what the people are coming from, especially our area when they're looking for an international jobs and abroad. Maybe they're technically very good, but the communication still lacks. So this type of robots will help them to improve their communication skill, grammar, and everything. And also the robot will help them to make the projects if the team, you as a faculty want to work jointly in a collaborative learning environment, this robot assisted learning will help them to improve further. There are a few examples I just put to the screenshots format. Robots can teach students the way first their own learning style and speed. Because we know that every student's learning skill will be different and IQ level will be different. So robot, if there is a teacher, there is a limit for us to explain numbers. I'm sure in my class also, maybe you'll have the same experiment. Now, my student, there are one or two weak students will be there and majority will be in average and some extra talented students. But we can't spend a lot of time with the weak students because then we can't cover the right portion. So one of the solutions will be once we give them the regular take, then the robots can assist as a TA to give a personalized learning. That will be the one of the recommendations. And also it's used, you can use the robot for STEM education. They can just build a lot of small ideas and make an experiment with it. I'm sure nowadays people have started with the Lego Mindstorm applications. As I mentioned, early stage, no coding concept, Scratch, different platform that people are using. Then they're understanding the programming logic, how the loops work, how the if work, what is it. And also nowadays, this type of logo, it's coming with a camera with the inbuilt AI. So it will be doing the color identification, face recognition, this type of task, the students will get it here, even in the school level. And also robot can be help students with a special need like people with the determination like autism. So they will the robots will just has one of his best friend and I'm sure the people like, based on the experiment what we noted that the students this type of people with autism they're more convenient or convenience zone to interact with this type of robots. An example, QT robots is one of the best example for supporting or helping the people of determination like autism people. And also they used for a language tutor. Nowadays, there are a lot of, because nowadays the communication, one of the major issues, it's not practically possible for you to go to only lecture hall and improve your communication skill. You need somebody to talk to you and get the feedback. So there is robot based learning. Even there are a lot of online based apps or robot based apps are available, which will help you to improve your communication skill, grammar. And if you want to learn a different language, Arabic or any other language, this robot will work as an expert for you, this language. And also finally, the robot will encourage you for the teamwork, even in terms of like a students can work together. They will be given proper schedule. So it will be, if the robots will be in the team as one of the team member collaborated, the efficiency will be improving a lot. So this is all just a general summary about the robots in educations. And if you're including the robots assisted learning in your for how it's going to be benefit for the students in their enhancement. First of all, the increasing the engagement, and it will motivate the students. Students will be, based on the survey, it's not realized that the students are more engaged will be when they are interacting with the robots. And also they are getting hands-on learning opportunity when they are working with the robots, especially the, which I mentioned about the logo minded. And also it will improve the retention and understanding for if you want to explain in complex problems, the robots will simplify the problems and customize into different module tasks, then they'll explain everything. And these are the way how it says students will be engaged, but how the robots assisted learning will be helping for faculty like FTP today, though you are all attending. So many of that most of the faculty will say is that the teaching will be, even this is general facts. People say my teaching load is only 40%. Teaching is not a difficult thing for a piece of cake for me, but a lot of clerical work for me. This is consuming most of my time. So this type of works, you can just like a robot can be assisting to replace the repetitive task. If you want to do, that robot will help you to do the assisting the repetitive task. And also the robot will help you to give a real-time feedback to the student's progress. It will be monitoring student status, and if the student's data connected with the robots or integrated, so it will give you an alert how the student's performance. So you can just personalized attention you can give to the students. And also you can just make sure that if you are using this type of robot assisted learning, it will enhance classroom managements and engagements will be there. But whenever you're talking about a robot assisted learning, but while you plan to implement in your organization, there are a lot of challenges. One is the first one, financial one, the cost. You have to, the university or the organization need to make a huge investment. And also is the routine maintenance is another important one. And you need a dedicated person if in case there is any. And also we need to give a training for the teachers how to use the robot efficiently. Even this is what I'm today's my objective. We all know that we all using generative AI, GPT, but we should know how to use generative AI in proper way. So we need to get a proper training. And also train continuous professional developments. It will be helping you to do the continuous and also integrations of how your the newly planned the robots can be integrated with your existing college LLM or a college infrastructure or IT infrastructure. This will be one of the technical compatibility. And also make sure that these robots are all doing ethical way, and we don't want to do any privacy violations and data biasing. So privacy, whenever you move to the digital world, data privacy is one of the major concerns. So how these are the challenges still remaining, and we need to focus. And gradually, I'm sure within few years, all the organization will have a hybrid mode of learning. There, the robot is also mandatory for us. And as I mentioned, the future of robot-assisted learning, the trend increasing the use of nowadays the robots means it's not a physical devices. Robots will have an edge device with a lot of sensors, and inside the edge devices, the AI or ML-based algorithms are working. And also the new trend will be we need to reduce the cost of this educational robot kit so everyone can afford or all the institution can afford it. And also we need to integrate these robots with the virtual reality and VR and augmented reality. So once you have the virtual reality experience or augmented reality, the understanding knowledge will be, the students will have a deeper understanding of the concepts instead of by hearting. And also this future of robotic assisted learning have a the vision like a world where both robots and human can work collaboratively. They don't want to fight each other. So they want to work jointly. Maybe we'll have a mutual understanding. Some portions will be taken physically by the faculty. The remaining will be assigned to the robots. They will take about the remaining sessions and evaluations. So these are the summary about the robot assisted learning. And I can show some of the real applications of robots used here in various. The first one you can see here in Dubai, there is a smart police station. So nowadays, if you have any concern, you can simply speak to these humanoid robots. It will act as a policeman, and whatever your code is related to what you are coming, it will give you proper guidance, what you have to do, which department you have to go. Even you can submit the documents here. They will send you the link and other. And the other one, the chatbot, the small kid is interacting. And the other one is robots have a wide application, especially sniffing dog, which will be if there is a hazardous area. Today morning, I just read when I was looking my newspaper, but there was a fire in the Baby Memorial Hospital in Calicut in the top floor. So you know that one of the major concerns with there is a fire in the higher level, people can't simply go, and also the many times the casualties due to because of the smoke. So in such hazardous areas, you can use the robots like this type of robots. It will go to hazardous area and there is a camera. It will take the feedback. It will look into to the surrounding and take an action. Either you can use this type of robots or the drone. Drone will fly on top of that region and take the images even by using RGB or hyperspectral. Then with the help of ML, it will give you the severity of the fire and give an alert. The last one, it's talking about nowadays, we know that in Indian military, we have 100% human beings, but in Kerala police, we have a human beings and dog scouts also will be there. In future, in the borders, where is a hazardous area like extreme weather conditions, maybe the human beings will be replaced with the robots. And the problem that the robots can be survive into us, and maybe in future, maybe we'll say that the Indian military 90% reserved for human beings, maybe 10% for the robots will be there. Now, as a fundamental to these robots, if you want to use, I just given an overview about the robots. We know that this robot is working in an intelligent way or adaptive way with the help of artificial intelligence. So naturally, there will be a question since we are in 2025, whether human intelligence or artificial intelligence is better. So there is a debatable question. Many people will say that it is human, but according to the statistics, based on the survey analysis, in the case of medical, there is no general answer. It's depending which scenario you're talking. In the case of health sector, so if you're talking about a human doctor or artificial, the AI-based doctors giving better performances, AI-based doctors giving better performance in terms of prediction, accurate predictions. But which doesn't mean that we are not going to replace human doctors. Doctors will validate the predictions from the robot and it will be. According to IBM, what is AI? AI is anything that make machine act as a more intelligent. And also we can simply, if those are not coming from with the AI background, what is AI? It's a branch of computer science dealing with the intelligence simulation behavior of human beings. Like what are the quality associated with human beings? Learning, planning, reasoning. If a machine can duplicate all it, then it is called a AI-based machine. Nowadays, the mobile phone with us, it's all example for an AI-based device. And also as a faculty, when you are, because AI is a mandatory nowadays as part of your teaching, you should know how to use various AI tools to enhance your teaching skill and also to get gathering the up-to-date data. So when you're talking about artificial intelligence, you should understand a few terminologies such as machine learning, deep learning, neural network, this terminology. But I'm not going to talk about in detail. That's the different sessions we need a hands-on. But try to understand it's all connected. Artificial intelligence is broader one, and machine learning is subset of an artificial intelligence. Deep learning is a further subset of machine learning. At the introduction, I mentioned that I'm working as an AI scientist at Mohammed bin Rashid Space Research Center. So the images captured by the satellites, all we are using deep learning approaches to find the facts and figure with the help of different. And also mentioned that this, even though this AI is not a new terminology, it is for the last 50 years, But there's no one was talking about AI for the last, other than the last 5. There are few reasons for it. Here, first of all, you can see the whether human or AI, which is better in performance. By 2015, the machine is giving better performance as compared to human beings. So for the last 10 years, AI is giving better performance as compared to human in medical applications. And the availability of high-end computer, availability of high-speed internet, because of that, nowadays, AI machine can perform much, much better as compared to human beings. Maybe this is one of the slides, maybe many of you are aware or interested. Like, I'm sure most of the faculty nowadays is using GPT or at least ChatGPT, minimum, on one of the large language model. And many faculties or students' point of view, artificial intelligence means GPT. GPT means artificial. No, it is GPT is one of the subset of artificial intelligence. And my core area of research work is something related to the machine learning and deep learning. Maybe to understand or to give a clarification for you to better, you can see there is here we are working more into computer vision applications. You can see there are 2 pictures are given here. One is called, one the first image is cat, second one is dog. Everyone can know this is a cat and dog. I'm sure there's no big magic for you because in your daily life, you already seen how the cat appearance, how the dog will be there. But for a computer point of view, this is one of the challenging tasks because computer can, these images of the cat and dog will be understand as a numbers. For example, this cat, this is the image, this is the matrix of these numbers of the cat. Other one is the matrix of the dog. If you imagine that I'm hiding these 2 images and only giving you this number, even if I'm giving you 10 years, still you are not able to find out the first, the matrix is representing cat, second one is a dog. So this is the core idea behind the computer vision or artificial intelligence. So if a machine want to understand this is a cat or this is the dog, it has to get more number of images, like minimum thousands or 10,000 of images of cat. 10,000 images of the dog, then the machine need to be trained, then the model will be trained. Exactly the same way how we train our kids. Example, you can see there are 3 colors here. The first one, red. We are calling this color is red. Why? It's calling red. In the childhood, you learn it is the color. The color is white. What's the appearance of the white? If you imagine that you given a wrong training, in the childhood itself, this current red color, I teach somebody as a white color. Maybe entire community will say this is the white color. That's the way how we train the machine. So that's why we always recommending generative AI or large language model is trained on a publicly available data set, which is not validated data. That means 80% accurate data, 20% of the fake or false data is there. So in nutshell, the results, what you're getting through the large language model is not 100% a validated one. So we need to validate the data. That's why I may mention that whenever an AI doctor is giving a results, we need to physical doctor need to be validated this type of work. And also this graph will show which type of the AI algorithm is better, machine learning or deep learning. So I'll always recommend if somebody with computer background, if they are working with this type of projects, machine learning is the best if the data set is very smaller, and deep learning is giving more accuracy, better performance, but we need with the compromise of more data, and complexity will be more, computational power also will be more. But in this graph, you'll see that and deep learning approaches we using our university because we are expecting more accurate results. Whenever you're talking about AI or machine learning, there are 4 types of machine learning models are broadly available. The first one is known as supervised machine learning. Other one is called unsupervised, semi-supervised reinforcement learning. I think in the university or the college like Majlis, all the faculties are teaching this approach, supervised machine learning. Like you have to cover all the lectures, you have to give the lecture materials and everything you have to give them, conducting the quiz assignment. This is the supervised, everything you are giving. Unsupervised concept will be, you're not teaching anything. You will give the material and the students has to read themselves, like the master's by research, this concept, unsupervised. You will give only the topic and the materials. You will never teach it. The students have to learn themselves. But if you're talking about the semi-supervised concepts, what will be like if you have 4 modules, 2 modules, you're teaching everything perfectly with materials and everything. Second, last 2 modules, you're only just giving the material without teaching. The last one is the reinforcement learning, which is something similar to you will give only the topic title only. The remaining everything students has to find out. In the case of unsupervised, at least you are giving the material. Here even you're not giving the material, you are giving only the title. So this is nutshell, very summary. What are the different type of models we use? And mostly in our case, we used either supervised or unsupervised models. We'll use it here. And this graph will be explaining in very simple way. You can see here there is a labeled data. We'll call supervised machine learning is called a labeled data. So we can see this all the data sets properly labeled. This red indicating tomato, the other one is carrot, and so this is the example for supervised learning. In the case of, as I mentioned, unsupervised learning, there are a lot of unlabeled data, and out of this data, some data is labeled. The remaining example here, brinjal is labeled, other two is not labeled. Unsupervised, that is if we are talking about unsupervised, no labeling, nothing is labeled, you just put it here. But in the case of semi-supervising, some of the out of this vegetable or fruits, some of the fruits will be labeled, of partially labeled, the remaining is not labeled. Reinforcement learn will be through experience, through trial and error. So many times you will repeat and you will get the best results. So these are the four approaches we'll use in the case of AI. And also, when you're talking about an artificial intelligence, there are three, broadly, we can say there are three types of artificial intelligence. One is called narrow intelligence, which is not creating any big problem for a human being because it will be able to do only a single task. Other one is general AI, which is called something like human beings. You can do multiple tasks. But the real challenge for human beings will be the super intelligence, artificial super intelligence, which can do a work of 10 human beings, a machine can do. Then what will happen? If in a company, you are an owner of a company, you want to enhance the profit. So instead of 10 employee, they can, the work of 10 employee, one machine can do, they will adopt this one. But still under research is not fully implemented. But this is going to be a real challenge for humanity, human beings, with the super intelligence computers. And also, whenever you're integrating AI in your teaching or education for students, we can just do the fast decision. Even if you want to teaching materials, you can take a faster one and you can minimize the errors. These are the few. And the challenges always, whenever you implement AI, trust will be the challenges. Whenever you're putting a question to generative AI model, the model is giving an answer. How you trusting if the model is right or wrong? And since anyway, this is all software-based one implementation, there's a possibility of a malfunction. And also people always expecting high expectation from the machine. Machine should not make any mistakes. Human can make any number of mistakes. When AI is implementing in your education sector, maybe this will be a challenge, maybe global risk people, the replacement of human beings, like the teaching load will be divided. So your workload will be reduced. So number of employees may be reduced, replacement. And it can be just also like sometimes if you're asking the question everything to to the AI machines, it will be suppressing our human brain. The already our calculators invention of the calculator already suppressed the brain of everyone. So if AI is coming further suppressing human brains, and also as I mentioned at the beginning, like in future in Majlis College, maybe now I don't know how many faculty is there, and the number of faculty along with maybe 10% of the faculty will be maybe reserved to humanoid robots faculties will be there. Like the you know that in 2017 the robots humanoid robots called Sophia is got a the nationality from the citizenship from the Saudi government is given. So in their records, in addition to human beings, there is a citizenship for the robots. In future, we can expect it even if we go to like a University of Dubai, the faculty profile, you can see all the faculty name, their publication, maybe the down. At the moment, it's not there down. You will put a Sophia and other robots will be there, and with their expertise in the area which model they trained data. Maybe one Sophia's maybe trained for a large language model or a computer science. Maybe another one maybe for the low points. So it can be something you can expect in nearby future. And also, as I mentioned, once you have this type of robots with artificial intelligence, it will be enhancing the personalized learning experience for the students. And also it will help them to intelligent tutoring, because based on even nowadays many the entrance coaching centers, and they're all utilizing the customized the personalized learning experience. So first they will ask a few question interaction based on your knowledge level. They will ask a different level of question, like level 1, level 2, level 3 questions will be there. And also this type of interaction will evaluate the students performance, and also it will, and based on the students in the learning capacity, it will give a recommendations. So I already mentioned personalized learning, and also I mentioned that intelligent tutoring will be that intelligent tutoring. So it will give, like, if example, I mentioned that if the students want to learn basics of mathematics, instead of asking question directly, connect it with a certain scenario. For example, my son is Ishan, is in grade 5, and if I'm asking to do some maths problems, don't give directly. Connect it with his passion. If example, he's so much interested in Pokemon card, so connect your mathematical question with the Pokemon. So it will be the one of the way you can connect it here. And also, if the robots will be helping you to automate grading, this is one of the biggest challenge for the faculty. Grading, it's taking a lot of time. So if you can integrate an AI-based assistant, so it will be helping not only for the multiple choice, even descriptive question. If you given the paper and given the right scenario, even nowadays many university they have a large language model which will integrated this facility. And also it will be giving an adaptive learning facility robots based on your understanding level. The depth of the teaching will be increase or decrease. Adaptive learning, it will be people are using. And nowadays also robots will helping for virtual classrooms. The physical teaching concepts are going to be replaced, maybe in such a way that in our university or the students will, some classes they will attend online, some classes they will be physically. And so this will be virtual classrooms also will be, like if example I'm a faculty want to teach multiple the colleges same time, so there will be virtual teaching assistant like. I remember previously when I was working at Khalifa University, we had two campuses. One was in Sharjah, one was in Abu Dhabi. So what will happen? The faculty will physically go to the Sharjah campus 1 week and they will do the online class for other, and vice versa. Next week we'll go to Abu Dhabi. This will be the way they will interact it. And also another most important one, learning analytics. We just want to get the feedback how the students is learning, where need to improve, where is the room for improvement. These are the robotics will help for them. And also it will reduce or help the faculties to minimize the administrative works, and administration can be very efficient way. One of the challenge will be like scheduling, resources allocations, timetable settings. This all will be an AI-based robots can help. So it will be productivity will be better. Even if example in our university, some labs having capacity 20, some labs having 40. So it will recommend automatically based on how many number of students are registering for a particular course. It will recommend which lab, which the class should be in, where it will be. It will be give recommendations. It's also used a lot for the language learning, as I mentioned, to improve your language skill. There are a lot of personalized apps are available. First, it will have a basic interaction with you, asking your name, ID, what's your knowledge you studied. Then they will give a list of words. Then you have to take what are the words you're familiar for you. Then based on it, they will start a customized curriculum for you. And the AI will help educator for making the. I'm going to show you how to make a quiz and a summary. One of the AI-based tools, what I'm going to use it here today. And also let us just now come to, and also we know that nowadays AI is integrated virtual reality to the understanding of the students will be better, and also people can use augmented reality. So you are carrying your mobile whenever teaching a particular subject, it will show you example the how it will be reality is looking like. So based on this one, and also in future, your avatar will be attending. So this is, we didn't reach up to metaverse. At the moment, we'll stop at robotics level, but in future phase, what will be the, you are attending, everyone will be attending the class with a goggle or the VR kit, and they will get a real experience of the understanding will be deep understanding of the concepts. Now come to if you want to integrate this type of activities in your teaching, we should familiarize with some of the AI tools. I'm not sure whether you are as a faculty, you are aware about all these tools. Maybe I'll show one or two examples and how I'm using this is in my lectures in my university. because making the question paper, making the questions and summarizing the notes, it's all really time consuming. So which will be the best tool? Whether only GPT is fine or there are many other tools. So whenever the faculties, especially we're doing a lot of research, even I just here in Vienna for a conference only, I had a 2 paper publications in conference. So how we are working collaborative, what tool we're making for to make n number of publication a year. So these are the few tools we are using for assisting my teaching. So I'm not sure whether you're familiar with all, but anyway, because of time constraint, I will just quickly go through it. Okay. And also there are few tools from here. Let us just look into the first one. Everyone of that GPT, how to use it in GPT. GPT is a large language model. It's a subset of an artificial intelligence, and it is transformer model. Once you're giving a question, it will give an answer. But one of the issues, or I'll recommend all the faculty, you should take a course on how to use GPT properly. We should know how to ask the question properly. And GPT is used for various applications, even for creative writing, suggestions, for summarizing, study and research, even for giving the how to make a presentations. Everywhere we can use GPT. And we know what is the basic difference between GPT and Google. If you're asking something to the Google, it will give a link only. Example here, you see what are the top 5 tourist destination in Dubai. It will give only the link. But if you're asking the same question to the GPT or any large language model, it will tell you the options. After that, and also you see here the technology, how the people are adopting the technologies, how fast it. You see here, when the telephone is invented, it took to around 75 years to reach 100 million people. But when the mobile phone, it is reduced to 16 years. And when you come to the points like when Gmail, it took only 5 years, when Facebook, 4.1 year. But when the Google is launched, it took only 1 year to reach how many people as a customer. But when the generative AI, ChatGPT is invented, it took only 2 months. And later, when DeepSeek, the Chinese version of the large language model, it took less than 1 month. So you see the technology the adaptation among the youth and the new generation people, it is growing exponential way. So I'm sure even if a faculty, you are not using generative AI model, the students all are using this tool. So at least you should know the quality of the reports or a question you're asking, whether the students are done themselves or with the help of AI, and how the evaluation criteria. Olden days in our university, we given a weightage like if there is a project report and the submission will be getting a weightage of 80% and only 20% for the presentations and explanation. Now we changed it. We put it at 50-50 or more weightage for the presentation and understanding of the content, because making a report is not a big thing. With the help of a lot of AI generative tools are there. And also as a faculty, you should know how to write a proper the prompt. Example here is given. There is a simple example. Create an agenda for 3-hour program. This is the wrong way of comment. Whenever you're asking generative AI to give us some specification, you have to clearly mention. Example, you see here, create an agenda for a 3-hour program with a 4 speaker, including welcome address, awarding, closing ceremony, also 15 minutes. So put as much as information, so they will create a right an agenda. And also you can consider this, even not only you, even the students, faculty can consider as a faculty is a teaching assistant. So you can ask any questions, they will give proper answers. And don't conclude your answer with a single large language model. There are many models you have to compare. I will show you which is the best large language model I am using for it. Okay, there's a question. If example, in your hand you have 1,000 USD and I want to I'm good in web designing, what are the I can just do the jobs, what are the business I can do? So it's giving, like you can, since you have your money is very limited and you are good in web designing, so it's giving freelance web designing and online, like. And also if you're traveling, especially now here, I can't understand what these people are here. The language they're using the German. So it's not English. It's very difficult for them to communicate. So I need to use a translator sometimes to convert it in the proper way. And also if you have a question like any type of, this is just a scenario, some example. If example, put your age. I'm 70 years old. Example, put it here. And which phone is better for my age, Android or iOS? And what's the reason? Also, you can mention what's your budget. If you're talking about what's your budget is there, then the system will give you corresponding recommendation. And also this is another one type of, these are all some examples I mentioned. list 10 most popular programming language for my daughter. She's 15 years old, and what is their positive side, like where she's very strong. So it will tell you. And also you can ask this type of question. There is a vacation for 2 weeks and they recommend for them. Even you can utilize this for given an assignment or task to the students. Okay. You see here, I asked another question to GPT. My son is 5 years old and explain Newton's third law. So you see here how the Newton's third law, when we studied, there is no such a concept. The doctors or teachers will be learned. This is based on their knowledge in the textbook. Everyone will have the same answer for every action, equivalent and opposite. Now, if you are asking the same question, my son is 15 years old and explain Newton's third law, the understanding will be different. Or you can say, I'm in a faculty, explain it in a particular scenario. So this will be the best way how you can engage your teaching skill or learning skill with the help of artificial intelligence. And also you can just, this is another one interesting question. This I always using, like today I'm going to Budapest and I'm asking the generative AI model. I will be reaching this particular time and tomorrow evening I'm flying back. What are the important places I need to visit and what are my budget and all these type of questions. So it will be like a personal assistant, or we can call in this scenario a tour guide. These are the few examples I mentioned in ChatGPT. So what is my recommendation? Don't restrict these questions to ChatGPT. If you are not familiar with the GPT, you can even use Gemini from the Google. So if you want to, before you reaching a conclusion, write a question and ask the question to the 3-4 model and take, if majority saying the same answer, you can consider it. So Gemini will be the another platform which will be for a large language model. Or if you want to use a large language model for Google, then the Facebook, then you can use Meta from the Facebook. You can use the same application. Whatever the question I written previously, you can write it here. And our university, we are moving with Microsoft. So those are using your licensed computer with the Microsoft license, then it's a Copilot's or large language model already integrated. So better go with the Microsoft, the Copilot. And DeepSeek will give you more reasonable based answers. So even a large language model you can use for the DeepSeek based model. And for more into research, especially I'm doing a lot of research for our purpose, we don't want to use the GPT a lot because GPT will give the fake references or synthetic reference, which is nowhere existing. So always the perplexity will be giving, when you are asking a question, it will give you a reference from which sites I collected this data, and this will be the way. So I'll recommend a faculty, you must use perplexity as part of your research. And this is one of the interesting tool I used in all my daily teaching, which is called Pop AI. So if, example, you have a PPT, you have lecture materials, you upload it here, it will give you the summary of your lecture materials. Even you can make a PPT, PowerPoint presentation, images of your lectures. And even I'm a reviewer of many journal papers. So whenever I don't have enough time to read all this paper, I will ask an assistant from the Pop AI. Then it will tell you what's the strength and weakness. Then I cross-validate it. So this is the way we'll work it here. In addition to large language model, we are also using a lot of other tools enhancing our teaching skill. So this is the first one, a DALI. If you want to create an image, you see here in my presentation, I used a lot of images. Most of the images I created either using the Copilot or DALI. So nowadays, then example, I put a symbol tag like an image of elephant walking through desert or whatever the condition you want to, you put it here, you will get it here. So in your presentations, try to make an animations, images, videos. So this is another one tool for generating an image. But image, you can put a lot of good script. I'm sure most of the faculty may be familiar with the Canva, because if you want to make a poster, logo, and presentations, Canva is one of the best option. We'll always recommending to use this. And I think Canva is free for all the faculties. You can freely register with the university or your college email ID. Will get free subscriptions. This is the one of the commonly used tool. I'm always using Pictory.ai. All my lectures I'm recording with the help of AI. And if in case the students are missing the lectures, they can access my lecture videos. And once you make a nice PPT, the PPT will give a voiceover with the video. So this is tool I'm using, Pictor.ai. And also, and if you want to make a diagrams, a block diagram, and or any other what I can call proposed methodology block diagrams. The best tool, draw.ai. Olden days, we are using the Word. Nowadays, I already say goodbye to Word, this type of fact. It's more user-friendly. You can flexible, you can edit it here, and it's also free, of course, draw.ai. And whenever you're downloading a lot of images from, there is a copyright issues will be there. So if you want to remove the background and change the background, and if you want to resize and transparent and remove the, you can, one of the best tool will be the remove background will be the another tool you can use as a making the nice content. And sometimes whenever you're downloading an image, maybe you got lower resolutions. If you want to enhance the resolutions or you want to crop a portion, this type of one of the tool. Image larger will be one of the tool. You can use it here, enhance the quality of the image. And this will be one of the tool I always recommending to my students. In our university, students always coming and they're all busy with so many other, because in our university, my 80% of my students are employed. They're already working. They are police, CID, customs, different offices. They're coming for promotion. So whenever they're coming, and if they're distracted, they're always coming to the lectures. They're not spending time with writing lecture notes. So what they in the mobile, they will install this app, this auto.ai. Then they will just on this. So it will just record my talk. And after that, at the end of once they can end in the lecture, it will give the summary of the lecture, what they covered and what are the detailed explanations. So students will get everything. So this is one of the tool. Even I will recommend as a faculty, you're attending any FTP or you're attending any meeting, you can just also switch on this auto.ai. So you will never miss any important points. So this will be the one of the recommendations. And there is one hands-on workshop, but because of time constraint, I don't want to do this hands-on workshop. Now I will show you some, because there is no point of simply talking a lot. And so let me just first show an example, which is the best platform we can use it here. And let me just showcase one example here. FTP Majlis, okay. You see, hopefully, I just put two of my my lecture slides. You see, there is I'm teaching a course. Hopefully, you can see my screen, and I'm teaching a course which is an example purpose. This is my lecture slides. I'm teaching a course IT projects management, and which is talking about project schedule management, and this is having around 35 slides. So actually next week I have a quiz. I want to make a question or a question paper, or I want to make a summary notes. What is the best way I can use it without losing my privacy of data? So one of the tool, instead of using ChatGPT and other, I'm using a tool. This even I will recommend for you to use this one, which is called Monica. You see, there is a Monica. The specialty of Monica, this is a paid one. In GPT, you are using only one large language model. Here I can see all the model. I have around 30, 40 large language model. So I will never reach a conclusion with only one language model. Even example, I am using the ChatGPT 5 example. Now what I'm going to do, I'll upload my lecture slides. This is my demo work, IT projects management. I uploaded. Then I already written that. Save the time. I'm writing a small script, not a script. I'm asking a simple question. What's the question I'm asking? I'll ask a question. Let me minimize it.
Sir, it's not displaying.
Oh, it's not displaying?
No, sir.
Are you sure it's not displaying? I'll share once again. Okay, it's only for you or everyone?
It's not displaying for everyone.
Okay. End screen. 1 second. Oh, then okay, let me just share the screen. Okay, end screen. Center screen document. Let me just share once again. Now you can see the screen or no?
Yes, sir. It's okay now. Yeah.
Okay, I will repeat it once again. So what I'm talking about, there is one tool is called Monica. I'll share the link later, the Monica. And the specialty of Monica, we mentioned that the large language model, there will be a lot of models. We don't know which is the best one. So many people are having only GPT. So you see here, I can see here, I have more than hundreds of large language model in this case. I can go I can ask the question GPT-4, GPT-5, Claude, DeepSeek, Grow, all. Example, I'm taking now GPT, the Grok, or I can change it here. Any one of the model. Maybe you're all familiar with the GPT-5 or now I'm uploading here this question. This is my example. I put it two example. One is the file I already opened, the IT projects management. Now I want to write a question. What is the question? Is very simple. I simply put a question here. What's the question I asked? Based on this attached PPT, please prepare a 20 multiple choice question with the answer in a, okay, with a small explanation. Also need to prepare 10 short answers. This is for a quiz exam I'm planning. If I enter this one, based on what material I given, this is if you can even ask a question in a different way. You want a question in a scenario based one. So it will be making customized. And also you can put in the script a little bit more. I need a, out of this 20 question, 5 should be the simple, moderate, tough questions. Like you can put the conditions. So it will be, you see here, these questions are created. And also it is also, I mentioned that I need a question with the answer. So they just given the answer. And what's the explanation? The answer is C. And what's the explanation? Small explanation. After that, if you're asking about the short questions, what's the define the difference between effect and duration? Like the question. Or instead of this question, or I can just modify the question above questions as scenario based. Scenario based. Sometimes you can put what scenario you needed. You can just put the scenario. So it's all will convert into. So it will not be directly. You're working as a team, like you can customize and you can mention what is the student's level. My students are, it's a part of a undergraduate in BSc physics, like you put your scenario. So it will create you the questions based on the customization, based on what is my material. Okay, so this script is one example. Just put it here. Now the same one based on the lecture materials and the important question. Please make a lecture summary notes if you want to give summary notes. So I will repeat this one once again. Maybe you see here the questions with the scenario. I'll repeat it once again. I'll upload and the material. So now what I don't have summary notes based on attached PPT and there is no important questions. Okay, in Word document. So put here what are the conditions is given. So I'm putting condition. What is here? Please, okay. Please select notes for the students by including all the important topics and remove the redundancy. We want to remove the redundancy. You see here. So it is giving a summary notes. So these summaries note will help the students to understand things very quickly. Like in the last moment, students have no time to read it all. Even whenever I am sharing the summary notes, students are again asking, sir, could you get me the summary of the summary? This is the mindset of the student. And if you're asking the same question, instead of Monica here, you can just ask the question to different model. You can ask the different model. You see the different model. Now, based on this chapter, for example, this now today's my lectures, this is the summary notes. We just created something. Okay, let us just go to one of the topic from here. Okay. Developing a schedule, maybe this is one of the topics. Identify the like a sequential activity. You see, this is the type of dependency. This question, like there are type of dependency. If I want to modify this one, I can make it a chart. I can use mind map. I'll copy that. This is because of time limit. I just simply put it mind map. And if I want to make it upload, and if you just want to make a mind map, this is randomly I put one example. It will give the visualization. Now you see, yeah, this is available. You can edit here the content, even you can edit the version. And you want to change the style, fonts, appearance, color, and also the structure, how you want, which structure you want. And you see, and in my presentation, I used some of the topics. So you can customize where you need to put it here based on the content. And I'm putting back to the normal way. And also you can type of, if example, you want to make it 2 line, you can just put it here. And you don't want this one. You want to remove it one, cut. And after that, what you can do, you can just no watermark, download. So the image is available for you. Yeah. This image I can copy. So now you see here my lecture slide, I put it here at the beginning. Like if I'm just back to this one, you see here, I created. And if you want to create an image, this image, even I can create it. Like I'll copy this one. Here I'm using an option. the Copilot, because it's a licensed, okay, one. I'm just, whatever your scenario, you just put the condition and write here. Create an image based on scenario given. Or whatever, this is not mandatory, you write it here, the question. Okay, I copy paste. So it will just generate an image. So it can use for summary notes. It can be. So now let me just show an example here. Meanwhile, it's creating. It will take some time to generate. And in my mode of lectures, I already, if example here, my subjects, what I'm teaching on Drive, this academic year, and I'm teaching a course, IT projects management, you see here. I prepared all the lecture slides. And for each chapter, I prepared the summary notes. What's the summary notes we are sharing with the students? And based on the summary notes, and also I prepared which one assessment. I prepared many questions. Even each module, so you can see the lecture slides and team activity. We are asking the question, introduction to program management, question answer session. It's creating a lot of question. And if you want to give even a clue, you can upload this to also. You can mention based on the summary note, based on the questions, create another important document. So you can fine tune it. And in additional this one, and in my all lectures, I picked, you see a video lectures. So for the students, what I'm giving, I given a lecture PPT. I'm giving a summary notes. I'm also created a lecture video. How created? I used Pop AI. So I'm copying this one. And I already uploaded in the YouTube in a private way. So you see, let me just look into where's the link. No, it's copied in wrong way. This is the link. The students are happy because even they're missing the class. If they're not coming, they're not concerned because the lecture materials cover everything. You see, my role is I'm just a user of AI different tools, and you see here how many minutes it's taking. Only 9 minutes. Because the students normally to cover these lectures, it will take 1 hour, 15 minutes, my lectures. Students have no patience to listen to entire. But this, I'm talking about not in general. There are few students, okay. So based on this, we just using all these type of tools to summarize and even to generate. And let me come back to the images. You see, now the image is created based on the scenario. I can download that image. See, this is the image we just generated. If you fine tune, you can just do any fine tuning. So that's the summary about the topics, and make sure that, and this type of tools, what I just mentioned, make sure that you just use various AI tools a part of your learning. This AI tool is integrated inside with the robotics, then it will be. And there are different type of large language models are available, one for the teachers level, one for, because the content of training, fine tuning will be different. And that's all for today's talks. And thank you for listening, because here time is 12:25. My train is at after 30 minutes. I have to leave. Okay. So if any questions, floor is open for any question. Okay. And maybe you can connect with me. I think my screen is already shared. And if you want to connect with me, you can use my LinkedIn ID. You can take a QR code, and later you can communicate with me. It's okay. I mean, it's audible.
Sir.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. So those who are just connected, they can connect in LinkedIn. And if you have any question, maybe I can take or a few minutes more. Okay. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Okay, it was a very informative session. Anyone have a doubt? Just ask.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Yeah, it was an excellent session. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I have a career related with prompt engineering. So it's a pretty prominent domain where I think our student can harness the, the opportunities of this prompt engineering. There are a lot of tools like Gemini sharing, free keys for students to
There are a
explore.
lot of free courses are available. Even LinkedIn providing, Coursera is providing, and it's meant not only the students, even as a faculty, we should know how to use proper. Because the problem that we don't know how to ask the question, but we'll blame the model is not working. It's not problem with the model. Problems with we don't know how to ask the question. So
Yeah,
prompt
yes.
engineering will be helping to how to ask the proper question.
Yeah.
So I will always recommending for all the faculty members at least take one this prompt engineering course, short course.
Yes. So I think we can bring that to robotic development as well, right, sir? Okay. Thank you, sir.
If any other question, please let me know. All right. So if there is no question, I think we can conclude, or any other activities now, because
Okay, sir. Now I invite Mr. Abhilash K, Assistant Professor, Department of Media and Communication, Majlis Arts and Science College, Autonomous, to his rapporteur duty. Abhilash, sir.
Yes, I think I'm audible. Good evening, all. Actually, we had a very wonderful session by our Honorable Dr. Alavi sir from Dubai University on robot-assisted learning, or how we can choose the help of robotics for the smooth conduct of our teaching learning process. Actually, he started his session by explaining the industrial revolution and the internet-like technologies and its contribution to the same. The part of AI in this regarding is also discussed in detail. It's very clear that the robot-assisted learning RIL will enhance the learning experience of our students. And type of robotics can be used for education purpose is also discussed in detail, including the interesting humanoid robots. I'm very immense pleasure to announce that Dr. Alavi sir, we have in our Majlis College, we have a very base humanoid robot model just to navigate the visitors or students, where is the libraries, where the laboratories, where the director room, where the principal room, etc.
That's good. That's a very good. Actually, that's an
Yeah.
initiative which should be there. Okay. Last time when I visited, I couldn't find out.
Yeah, it's recently, sir. It's very recent, sir. And moving, the application or those who will be the applications of those who will be beneficiaries for the robotic assisted learning also have discussed personalized learning for special educators, language learning, collaborative learning, and it will simplify the learning of the STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, etc. The benefits of such learning from the perspective of students is also discussed in detail by Dr. Alavi sir. The challenges of AI, global risks, great achievements, metaverse, all these had become a part of our discussion, and many AI platforms and its use is also discussed in this fruitful session. And the wonderful session was concluded with the famous quotes of our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our former president. The connection between the habits and our future. It's very interesting, actually. So let us be the scene changers or the torch bearers for the students who were aspiring technology-enabled tech-filled classrooms. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this fruitful session. I hope all of the participants had enlightened in this robot-assisted learning after this session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you once again, and I think I have to leave now because of my train. Okay, and
It's okay,
with your
sir.
permission,
Okay.
okay. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir. It's okay. Chitra madam, we can call the vote of thanks person now, I think.
Okay. Thank you, Abhilash, sir. Now I invite Mr. Mustafa P, Assistant Professor, DCMS, Majlis Arts and Science College, Autonomous, to deliver vote of thanks. Mustafa, sir.
Okay, ma'am. A very warm good evening to all. On behalf of the organizing committee, I am honored to propose the vote of thanks for this highly insightful session of robot-assisted learning. First and foremost, I express our heartfelt gratitude Dr. Alavi Kunjapandaka, Associate Professor, College of Engineering and Information Technology, University of Dubai, UAE. For deeply encouraging and thoughtful provoking presentation, sir. Your insight in the integration of robotic in the modern education have truly broadened our perspectiveness and inspired new possibilities. I would also like to thank our respected principal, Dr. Muhammad Kuti Kakunen, for his warm welcome address. And a special word appreciation goes to reporter Mr. Abhilash, Assistant Professor in Department of Media, and Mr. Jabir PK for providing extended technical support to ensure a smooth conduct of this program. Finally, a sincere thanks to all the participants for your active involvement, thoughtful questions, and enthusiastic presence, which made session truly meaningful. Thank you all once again. A wonderful evening. Thank you.